Now this conversation, what do you think the Patriots are thinking today? That's a very significant word down there, regret. But we all know the circumstances that Garoppolo needed to get paid. And if they were going to pay him starting quarterback money to sit there and back up, then for how long? And then after trading Garoppolo, the Patriots, kind of went to a couple Super Bowls after that. They are, for at least a few more hours, the defending Super Bowl champs. What do you think they're thinking today?
Well, the Patriots, in looking at this, it depends on if you're looking at things long term. Of course, they'd like to have a guy like Jimmy G in the future. But that wasn't the point when they made this decision. After they traded him, and then they got a second-round pick that they parlayed into a lot of different other picks. What they did then is save a lot of money, all right? Over the last couple of years, they probably saved $25 million a year, okay? So more importantly than adding some draft picks, they were able to sign some free agents, extend Danny Amendola, and you know what, people? They won, since they traded him, they won 35 games. That's more than anybody in the league. Jimmy G would not have played a snap if he stayed with them, all right? So they've been to 2 Super Bowls, like you mentioned. They were 12-4 again this year. They were the most successful team in the league, and you can't gripe about that.
No, but the way you phrased it, Rich, was what are they thinking today?
Yes.
And so I think back to this week, and you got that cryptic message by Tom Brady walking in or out of the tunnel, and there's all the speculation. Is he going somewhere else? And then Jimmy G's in the Super Bowl. So when you think about it today, it'd be like, man, it would be nice to have that young man. But you're so right, Mooch. When you had to make that decision, Tom Brady's coming off a Super Bowl win and an MVP. It's like he's still playing at the highest level in this game. As much as we would love to keep the young guy and prepare for the future, there was really no decision to be made if you were going to choose one over the other. So today might be a little bit different, Michael, but at the time it was the only decision they could make.
Well, and I think you answer the question both ways. I think it's a yes and a no. Yeah, they didn't regret it as long as Tom was in compliance and happy and moving forward. But now that we're having all these problems, they may be regretting it. And it goes back, Kurt, to what we've been talking about, too, as we move forward. I mean, what is the market for those type quarterbacks? And I know we're talking about it later. Those I call antiquated quarterbacks who just stands and make plays. Groff's not necessarily a running quarterback, but he can move, and that's more of what's going on and what's going to happen in the future. So, no, I think I answer this yes and no. No, they don't regret it because they had Tom Brady, but don't look like they have Tom for long, and they will be regretting not having Groff.
I think if you ask any team in the league, they would gladly trade something, do something personnel-wise to get the 2 Super Bowls out of 3 years and win the most games. I said earlier, Amendola, Julian Edelman was extended. Here's some of the other guys: Jason McCourty, Danny Shelton, Brandon Bolden, Phil Dorsett, Ben Watson, all kinds of guys that they added to this team so they could have success now.
Yeah, it was not tenable. They couldn't keep them both anymore. And they had to make the decision about Brady or Garoppolo, and they obviously made the decision. And, and from what I've been told, as you could see this roll call of some Chiefs fans, that image of Brady is from a Super Bowl commercial that he's going to be starring in tonight.